There are 7 personality traits that tell me whether or not you are going to be successful when it comes to freelancing, and they have nothing to do with what your degree is in, what your job history is, or how many people liked your last post. This is part of a 7-part series, and today I'm going to go through trait number 4 over what tells me whether or not you are a person more likely to be wildly successful at freelancing or more likely to quit within the first 2 weeks. Before I get into it, I have a completely free beginner freelance community. If freelancing is something you've been curious about or you'd like to give it a try, just let me know in the comments and I will get you an invite to get you on the inside. If we haven't met yet, my name is Erica Nall and I am in the top 1% of over 18 million Upwork freelancers. I've since retired my husband and we now travel full-time as digital nomads. I provide beginner-friendly, step-by-step guidance on how you can build freedom and financial stability through freelancing, even if you think you have no freelance skills. If that's of interest to you, please give me a follow. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to talk about the 4th trait that I see that's going to help predict whether or not you might be successful in freelancing. And that 4th trait is your ability to tolerate imperfection. So if you struggle with perfectionism, and no judgment if you do, I am a total perfectionist. I am still recovering. And that's part of why I know that this is a stumbling block, because I personally have had to really fight through this. So if you are a person who's prone to perfectionism, I want you to know that that is going to be a very big hurdle as a beginner in freelancing. It doesn't mean that you can't do it, but it means you're going to have to be willing to tolerate the imperfection. So notice that when I said that, I didn't say that it's if you have perfectionism, you can't. It's can you learn to tolerate things that are imperfect? So here are the ways how this shows up as a beginner freelancer, where it's going to trip you up in your process if you tend to want to be perfect in the things that you do. So the platform that I teach, because I think it's the easiest to get started on freelancing, is Upwork. That is where I got my start before I've since moved off platform and now run a business as a one-to-one provider. But when I was on Upwork, when you get started, especially if you're a perfectionist, you can waste so much time in the details. You will waste time worrying about your headshot. You're going to waste time worrying about having the perfect profile and rewriting it 10 times. You are going to overthink every single proposal you send out. You are going to be fussing around trying to build a portfolio. You're going to be fussing around trying to make listings. There are a million distractions and you're going to want them all perfect. And you are going to get stuck in busyness instead of doing the things that actually move the needle that get you growing as a freelancer and set you up for success. So it's not that it's fine if you have perfectionistic tendencies. A lot of those qualities will actually help you in freelance be really great in delivering high quality work, being really good at being responsive to your clients, being really good in being consistent in your daily activities that you do, but you need to be willing to tolerate imperfections. You need to be willing to write the proposal, give it an edit, and send it. Don't sit there and overthink it 20 times. You need to be willing to put a beginner level profile out that is not nearly as exciting. Let AI write it for you, right? And it's like, you'll be like, oh, this feels gross. It's good enough. It's good enough to get started. And so you have to be willing to sit with things that are good enough. So if you listen to that and you thought, I think I could do that, then congratulations, you have the 4th trait that tells me that you are more likely to be successful in freelancing. And if you're interested in giving it a try to start trying to earn some extra side income and maybe even scale it to the point that you could retire your husband or travel full time or quit that job that you hate, right? That's always a big goal for a lot of people. Then please join my free community. It's totally free. There's no secret. You're not going to be loaded into a webinar. I'm not selling you a $2,000 course. So just let me know in the comments that you want to do that and I will get you on the inside. And I'm going to be back tomorrow with part 5 of the 5th trait I see that lets me know whether or not you'll be successful in freelancing. If that's of interest, give me a follow and I'll see you guys tomorrow.